The ball hit the back of the net. The stadium erupted. And Harry Kane, the man who had been labeled cursed, the man who had been told he would never win a trophy, the man who had carried the weight of a nation on his shoulders for nearly a decade, stood there, arms raised in celebration. But this time, it wasn't just a goal. It was a statement, a declaration, a revelation. For years, we watched him score. We watched him break records. We watched him carry Tottenham on his back. And we wondered, when would he finally win? When would he finally get the recognition he deserved? When would he finally reveal what we all suspected was hidden behind that stoic expression? At 32, Harry Kane has finally broken his silence. He has revealed the truth about the years of hurt, the hunger that drove him, and the reason he never gave up. And what he said will leave you speechless. Harry Kane was never supposed to be England's savior. He was released by Arsenal's academy at 8 years old. Too slow. Not talented enough. He was the kid who was told he wouldn't make it. But he refused to give up. He worked harder than anyone else. He pushed himself to the limit. And by 2018, he was the captain of England, leading the Three Lions to a World Cup semi-final. But the weight of that armband was heavy. He wasn't just playing for himself anymore. He was playing for a nation that hadn't won a major trophy since 1966. He was playing for millions of fans who had been waiting their entire lives for a moment of glory. And he was playing against a narrative that had followed him everywhere. Harry Kane doesn't win trophies. The Euro 2024 final was supposed to be the moment everything changed. England, led by their captain and record goalscorer, were just one game away from ending 58 years of hurt. But Spain had other plans. Mikel Oyarzabal's late winning goal in Berlin shattered English hearts. Kane was substituted in the second half, struggling to make an impression. He had been battling injury and fatigue throughout the tournament. He had done everything he could, but it wasn't enough. It hurt as much as it can hurt, Kane would later say. It will hurt for a long time. Those words were a confession, a recognition that the pain of coming so close and falling short was almost unbearable. But what he revealed next, years later, would explain everything. For over a decade, the narrative followed Harry Kane everywhere he went. The trophyless curse. The player who scored goals but won nothing. During his 10-year stint at Tottenham Hotspur, he scored 280 goals in 435 games. He was one of the best strikers in the world, but he finished his tenure without winning any major trophies. The criticism was relentless. He's a great player, but he's not a winner, they said. He'll never win anything. Social media mocked him mercilessly. Memes of Kane holding empty trophy cabinets went viral. The pressure was suffocating. Even when he made the move to Bayern Munich in 2023, the curse seemed to follow him. His first season in Germany ended trophyless, sparking a fresh wave of social media derision. The narrative was clear. Harry Kane was cursed. He would never win a trophy. He would always be the bridesmaid, never the bride. But Kane never stopped believing. Not winning anything helped him. Vincent Kompany would later say. The barren debut season at Bayern, far from breaking him, made him stronger. It fueled his hunger. It sharpened his focus. And it set the stage for one of the most remarkable seasons in football history. The 2025-26 season was unlike anything the football world had ever seen. Harry Kane, at 32 years old, delivered a campaign that placed him alongside the greatest players in history. He scored 61 goals in just 51 games for Bayern Munich. He finished as the Bundesliga's top scorer for the third straight season with 36 goals. He scored 73 goals and set up 8 more over just 65 games for Bayern and England combined. It was the second best scoring season by any player since the turn of the millennium. Only Lionel Messi's 82 in 69 matches for Barcelona and Argentina in 2011-12 surpassed it. But more importantly, Kane was winning. Bayern Munich won the Bundesliga. They won the DFB Pokal. They were competing for the Champions League. The curse was finally broken. Kane had already won 3 trophies with the Bavarian club, leaving the trophy less years behind. A nice reward for me. I don't want to stop, he said. But it was his performance at the 2026 World Cup that truly cemented his legacy. He arrived looking sharper, leaner. He also opened up about his personal life, his wife Kate, and the family that had been his anchor through the years of struggle. They have 4 children together. He was asked about the rumors surrounding his future, about whether he would return to the Premier League. He admitted that his wife could block any return because she was delighted with their German lifestyle. The family had found privacy and tranquility in Munich. The way people welcomed us was extraordinary, he said. It touched us deeply as a family. But it was his words about his career that were most revealing. He was asked about his ambitions, about whether he thought he deserved to win the Ballon d'Or. Excluding the World Cup, I think I deserve to win the Ballon d'Or, he said. It was a statement of intent, a declaration that he believed he was among the best in the world. And it was a confirmation of what we all suspected. Harry Kane was never satisfied. He was never going to stop. He was always going to push for more. He also revealed that he sees himself as a completely different player compared to Erling Haaland. I like to maybe touch the ball a little bit more, be involved and play a little bit more, but also can play as an out-and-out nine. It was a reminder that Kane's game was about more than just goals. It was about intelligence, about involvement, about being a complete footballer. At 32, Harry Kane has already achieved more than most players achieve in a lifetime. He is England's all-time leading goalscorer. He has won 3 Bundesliga top scorer awards. He has scored over 300 goals in top 5 league appearances. He has proven that the trophyless curse was nothing but a myth. But his legacy is about more than the numbers. It's about the journey. The boy who was released by Arsenal at 8 years old. The teenager who was told he wasn't good enough. The young man who carried the weight of a nation on his shoulders. The captain who never gave up. He has revealed that he plans never to retire from international duty. He has Peter Shilton's record of 125 England caps in his sights. Even after England's World Cup exit in 2026, he hasn't ruled out representing his nation again in 2030. He is taking his England career year by year. The dream is to win, win, and win, he has said. And he has done exactly that. But the dream isn't over. It's just beginning. Because for Harry Kane, the secret to his success wasn't talent. It wasn't luck. It was something far more powerful. It was the belief that he could always be better. The refusal to ever be satisfied. The understanding that suffering makes you strong. And the knowledge that where you come from is just the beginning of where you're going. The curse is broken. The trophies have been won. The records have been broken. But Harry Kane's journey is far from over. At 32, he is still hungry, still driven, still determined to prove that he belongs among the greatest of all time. Excluding the World Cup, I think I deserve to win the Ballon d'Or. Those words were not just a statement. They were a declaration. A declaration that Harry Kane had finally revealed what we all suspected. That behind the stoic expression, the relentless work ethic, and the unshakable belief, there was a man who knew his worth. A man who had been doubted, mocked, and written off, but who had never stopped believing in himself. The boy who was released by Arsenal at 8 years old. The teenager who was told he wasn't good enough. The man who carried the weight of a nation on his shoulders. He had proven them all wrong. And he was just getting started. Harry Kane had revealed the truth. And the world would never be the same.